So I'm here to talk with you about how to use two devices with a Jamboard. And more so I want to show how spontaneous a Jamboard can be and easily set up. Because let's say you have students that are not understanding something in class, and happens all the time. So you can just take that moment in time and do something really quickly to reinforce those skills. So all I need to do is go to my Jamboard, and I've moved mine down to my dock because I like to use it a lot. And I'm going to hit the plus sign. And on my plus sign, so I have a fractions worksheet here that my students have been struggling with, and so nobody in class has a copy of that. So I can go to my plus sign and find camera right there, and I can take a picture. I can use photo. And then once I have it on there, I can hit my arrow to adjust or not. Because right now it's not talking. You know why it's not talking? I don't have my pen on. A good thing to do, I heard from a friend of mine, Mr. Avery, is to put your pen cap on afterwards so that you don't shut it off. And you can drag it to make it bigger. And over here, you can turn it to whatever way you want to. And let's say I want, I'm going to send my kids to breakout rooms, so I can go up here to the top. And I can make a duplicate, make a duplicate, make a duplicate, so that I can send each of my students to different breakout rooms, and they can chat about a different problem on an assigned slide. So the next thing I want to do is, I also want people at home to be able to see this. And so what I love that I just learned is this thing right here. If you go to your meets that's open, the three dots at the bottom, you go to the very top, slide it up to whiteboard, and it gives me the choice between starting a new whiteboard or choosing from the drive. This one is now in my drive, so I'm going to select that one. And I'm going to find the jam that I'm on. Select that. And now that shows up on my screen. And I can talk to or demonstrate on my screen with my students how this works. So I'm going to use my pen and solve the problem, or in this case, I'm just going to draw a smiley face and let them know I'm watching them. And that's how spontaneous using a Jamboard can be. Oh, one more thing. If you want to share this with students, something that is a little tricky about Jamboard is when you share, you want to give them editing rights, of course. If you're going to have your students working with it, it's just like anything else. But with Jamboard, it's really important to set some norms because students could mess with it. And so it takes some trust. I do think it's a really worthwhile tool to use. I hear through the grapevine that something that they're going to improve in Jamboard really soon. But in the meantime, just set some norms with your students. I've never had any problems with it. And when you're done with the process, if you want to keep those things, just change it back so that students are not editors anymore. And that's that. Thank you so much for listening.